Good morning, my little modifications. How are you today, huh? Alright, jumping straight to it there, fucking Neo Geo Pocket Color. Little Miss Impatient. But today should be moderately fun. Because these sound like actual enjoyable titles. And one that was never released at all, which always kind of gets me. I kind of think about that. Oh god, it wasn't how it. There's another Nintendo 64 shooter that didn't get released in the West, even though the entire thing's in English. And just. But anyway, I think this is done by Sammy, so I think it actually is a sequel to, like, or at least follow-up related to, spiritual sequel to the original Viewpoint. You Americans and your Thanksgiving. Which I am actually slightly tempted to go. Where is the new goo? We'll have a look. We'll take a little quick peek at the original Viewpoint. Just as a matter of comparison. So yeah, that was Viewpoint as I remember it, and I'm pretty sure this did get a home release or two. Come here. There we go. So now we have like fucking 2 point. Yeah, that's the little Viewpoint guy. I can't believe Viewpoint had a sequel this whole time, you know, and it just never got released, and it was finished. I feel like that should be illegal. I don't think you're allowed to finish a game and then just go, you know, nah. Like, even if it's really fucking bad, I'm curious, you know? I'm pretty sure I have a Rumble Pack inserted game. I'll double check though. I don't want my thing to not rumble. Where are you? Rumble, yeah, alright. You know, it's like that Jerry Lewis movie where he's like a clown in a concentration camp. Like, I get that, like, you wouldn't want that out while you were alive. So, apparently this front bit here, the little intro, was translated as well. So I got the translation and the, you know, it was unreleased and untranslated, and both those problems got fixed. What? Okay, alright, so you were a pilot that got installed into a ship. It's kind of like RoboCop, except now you're a little guy. Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with fucking organic insects. This is an insane lead into this game. Like, I don't know if this was a component in the original Viewpoint, because I don't think anything like this even remotely came up. I'm a little suck kid with my thing. But I mean, like, you know... Yeah, fuck you, insects. Who's this? I feel like I gotta play fucking Viewpoint. This kind of reminds me of, what's that Sega one? That is wacky. Yeah, I'll keep it on normal. And I'll give myself extra lives. What does this mean? Okay, so missile, wave cannon, option catch, player control. Alright, so we're going. That seems fine, don't need to fiddle with that. Oh, God damn it, what is... Now I'm going to go insane trying to remember the name of that fucking little Sega shooter.
Lost colony.
Okay, so... What that does to that... Okay, so I don't know what the crosshairs are for exactly. Not like... But it's not... It's definitely not where my little bullets are going. I think it's got something to do with something else, but like... I haven't quite unlocked that yet. Wait, what was that? God damn it. It keeps doing something, I don't know how to make it do that again. Alright, I can move forward and back, but I don't think I can move up and down. I think we're kind of like... You know... Yeah, eat shit. Which I think's a strange decision. And I'm sure there's something I can do with that fucking... Like, I'm pushing B. Like, I don't... Oh. Okay, I just gotta hold it. Oh, that ain't great. Hey, I got my little guys. Okay, see, now we're making more sense. Okay, that's kind of weird to adapt to. Fuck your face. Woo! You fucking die. Ah! Acquiesce to my request. Alright. Why are these here? They're obstructing my viewpoint. Alright, more little buddies. I hope. Encounter the huge insect. Encounter the huge insect. I like that. I have to fucking get the... Ow! Pay attention, Gabriel. Little missiles. Maybe something I can do to it when it's doing its like rear and up deal. Like I feel like I should be able to knock it over, you know, by like attacking the legs or some shit. Alright, got it. Like there's probably some strategies to this that I'm just deeply ignorant of. Encounter a huge insect. I mean, almost, yeah. Like, there's a lot, it's a lot of things. What the fuck? I like that this fucking, like, Shumagorath is my friend. What? I don't know why this wasn't released. This is fun. I still haven't worked out B yet. I don't think R does anything that I've... Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, that appears to... Ah, it's like a block. Okay. That's actually useful. See, this is like, you know, because like I'm not very, like I'm not going to oppose this because there's just a reality. But I like shooters. I'm not good at like the modern versions of them. You know, the bullet hell. Anything into bullet hell territory is just fucking too much for me. But like you can't make like, you know, the shooter enthusiast section. It's better to cater to them than it is to try and make a shooter that's for me to play, because I'm not, you know, the people who really enjoy shooters probably aren't going to enjoy the shooter that I'll enjoy. But like finding little old gems like this is a lot of fun. You know, because there's like, I can block shit if I need to. Look at that, oh, that's something. Oh, hell yeah, more shit. Yeah, alright, fuck yeah. Get fucked. You know, there's a fun... Ow, you fucking ninja. Help me, little guys. I love the little guy prints. Oh, shit, yeah, these guys are better. Like, I love the little guy principle. Where's the ladybugs? Get him, lightning. Ah! I don't know if that's fucking... I don't know if that's gonna block me from missiles. I gotta, like, trash these fucking things. Mash! Mash, thumbs, mash! Shit, that's not enough. It's bullshit. I don't like it. Fucking get back from the cup. I probably should have been more aggressive with that one. I was too defensive. I just gotta trash the thing before it, like, fucking spit enough missiles at me to ruin my day. Get fucked! Now I have your stuff. Is that health? It's health. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. They've changed my viewpoint. I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't know what fucking... Alright, I can't appear to, like, fucking... Fuck off. You know, I think this looks really good. Like, it works, like, you know, within what the fuck the N64 can do. It probably would have run fine on, like, the original hardware, like, you know. Just because, you know, they're smart with, like, obviously, like, you know, using the draw distance. Clow! I don't know what clow. Clow? I wonder what the huge desert insect's gonna be. Grass slaughter. I love that there's so many words in this. And I just don't know what any of it really, it's like just, like it's English, but it's like, it's just something I'm slightly considering on. I know enough about these lock-on style titles that they'll, like, you know, obviously have, like, well, have enemies that are, you know, designed kind of to thwart it, basically. Woo! That's not me fucking flying away, that's flying up and fucking out. There you go. Alright, now he's doing different shit. What's that? Alright, I think just lasering the shit out of him actually does more damage. Ow. Fuck you. Long thumbs. Ouch.
Mountain.
That's fun though. That's a shame that wasn't released. Sin and Punishment. That was the other one that wasn't released. And the weird thing is it didn't even need to be translated. Whole damn thing was in fucking English anyway. fucking baffling. Like, imagine if I made and released a movie entirely in Japanese, subtitled in English, and then didn't release that in Japan. Good game too. I vaguely remember Cardcaptor Sakura. I remember it being on TV. That was fucking ages ago though. Alright. Now the next one we got today is another shooter. This is fucking shooters. Like, I'm sure there are some fun, like, I also, like, see, so part of what I really enjoyed about that one was, like, you know, strategic elements of using the shoot blast, using the missiles, and the way you could, like, shift the little side buddies around. I find that kind of shit just sort of ultimately better than anything bullet hellish, where it's just like, I'm performing, like, ballet through like waves of stuff, even if it's like easy enough for me to play. It's just like, all right, you know, it's not really going anywhere or doing anything for me. Honestly, I can't remember what the story of Sin and Punishment is. I do vaguely remember it, like, you know, being in that Evangelion-y period where just like that was everything for a while, except like not even bothering to make slightly as much sense, which is frequently the case. It's easy to copy superficial shit than it is to fucking nail the depth, you know? Alright. Now I have to plug my Gamecube controller in. And I have to make sure, what the fuck? I always think there's like an Xbox controller plugged in that isn't. Phantom Xbox controllers. That's the thing that can happen. Phantom. I mean, Evangelion makes sense. The story's bonkers, but it makes sense. One thing about this fucking, because it's like the only Switch adapter, not Switch adapter, GameCube fucking adapter I could find that, like, you know, might do something useful, like translate the actual fucking analog goddamn, you know, triggers, has this really weird thing where, like, it has 4 ports on it because it's for GameCube, fine, but, like, it just changes its mind on which port is, like, player 1. Like, so I have to check every fucking time. It's just really fucking weird. I don't know why that happens. Don't know how to, how, or if it's even remotely possible to fix. I haven't seen the rebuilds yet. I keep meaning to. But it's, you know, on the list like a lot of things. Incorrect. Alright, so this is some weird bullshit. Where are we? I can't remember what it was called. Not Dead to Rights. know it had a really daft fucking name.
Drop it!
Disney. Dragon, that's it. Dragon's Drive, D-Master's Shot. Am I holding on to a dragon? Like, I have to respect a fucking movie where, like, or, you know, a show or whatever. Because, like, again, you know, you grow up fucking watching all these shows, and even the better ones, it was still just like, you know, the bad guys got beat, etc., etc. But then, like, you know, Evangelion spends its whole time, like, setting up this insane fucking thing. Getting, like, progressively weirder, too. Because, like, I rewatched it, like, 6 years ago, give or take. Like, just all the way through. Like, the original... you know, series to end of Evangelion. Because, like, you know, Japan. Was this a cartoon that I've just never heard of? This looks like Digimon. That animal cannot support that weight. I feel like that's abuse. One thing I do appreciate about Japanese shit is, like, for them, a TV show intro, like, they're never gonna compress it down to, like, a little 5-second title flash. It's like, okay, a TV show intro is like a 2.5-minute music video that will never change. Huh? That's like 3 axles from Guilty Gear. Let them laugh and call me a loser. Yeah, like, that's gonna happen as soon as we'll make peace with it. Like, it feels like there's this whole extra world of this show. Of this, like I'm just ignorant of. Okay. Alright. So far, so good. Alright, so it is something else. It's not like... Because sometimes they just do this shit where it's like, here's a thing, and they pretend like there was a bunch of other media. Alright, so this part has it. Oh, wait. Aha! I have defeated Japanese. Guessing I don't have any items. Ah, fucking cards. Huh?
世界を生み出し、世界を滅ぼす真なるドラゴンが眠る場所。それが利休。眠れる真なるドラゴンを解き放し、異なる2つの世界を
I wasn't expecting both the games I played today to be like this. You know? Like, I really wasn't expecting it from fucking Viewpoint.
人竜石を手に入れ、地球と利休の覇権を縁とするものがあった。謎の組織、リオン。その実態は明らかではないが、横島なる野望を秘めた組織である。リオンが生み出した謎のバーチャルゲーム、ドラゴンドライブ。手に入れたドラゴンを操って戦う単純なゲームだ。この仮想現実の中で繰り広げられるゲームに魅了されない者はいない。だが、リオンの悪意に気づいている子供たちもいない。
This feels like it really was just ripped off of Digimon wholesale, like, cause isn't Digimon like, there's a game and then they escape the game with some bullshit?
ようこそ大空レイジ君ドラゴンデータにピピピッとアクセス君と相性ぴったんこのパートナーを見つけようだって案内役は私エルちゃんですよろしくそれじゃあアクセススタート
I'm gonna scan your brain and give you a dragon based on what a weird little pervert you are.
なんでしょうこれは変なのが出てきちゃったよ名前も性格も全て不明しかもデータは今登録されているドラゴン中ぶっちぎりの最下位
このチビと出会ったことが俺の運命を変えた熱い思いが爆発し始めたんだ
みんなドラゴンドライブのルールはもう覚えてくれたかな
I feel like that's one of those things
君たちの思考はドラゴンとつながってるの
that was like literally translated that like you can kind of augment to properly convert to English, you know, like this looks like so many things I vaguely remember from the early 2000s. Like just every anime thing in the early 2000s was this to me. Yeah, I mean, would these have been in the anime? Like, I just don't know. Okay. I might as well know what I'm doing, can't argue with that. I'll stick, okay. I'm just hanging on to a fucking little thing, like, I don't, like... Yep. I regret choosing this. I understand L-stick, like, I thought you were gonna make me, like, fly around and do some shit or something, you know? I can't escape! Because the problem is there is gonna be something I do need to know. Like, maybe I can, like, I don't know, ride on the thing's back or something and get, like, different attacks, but, like... Alright. I don't want to be fucking, you know, complaining because I don't know something and it's just in the fucking tutorial. That's the problem, you know? Like that, I wouldn't have figured that out. I mean, I'd have figured out that. Okay. See, this is the thing. This is why you need a fucking Gamecube controller for this shit, you know? Because it's got the click, and it was analog and then a button, and that's important. You can kind of fake it with an analog fucking trigger, but it's not quite the fucking same. Like, it is kind of funny, you know, just him hang. Like, I will say that's funny. I mean, that's also hard. You ever hang from something? I'm sure this is just like shoot or some shit. The other big one is, like, you know, because of the way the GameCube pad's designed, it will frequently expect an awful lot of, like, button combinations that are just tricky to do on a regular controller. Alright. I get the feeling this is going to be maybe, like, virtual on, but, like, with dragons. You know, like, it might be, like, kind of, not rather than here's a bunch of things, like, waves of shit. Like... You know, it's gonna be like sort of almost a, you know, 1v1 situation. Alright. Attack 1. Simple. Hold A to attack 2. Charge shot. Yeah, great. Alright. Like, you know, it's like Eternal Darkness. Like, that uses the difference between the click and the squeeze to change targets when you're fucking, you know, fighting. And that's necessary. That's a fucking important part of how the game works. Like, sometimes, even for bosses, you gotta, like, change what bit you're fucking targeting. And they, like... It's still bonkers to me that, like, the fucking Switch just doesn't... Neither of the Switches has, like, analog triggers at all. Like, it's just not there. Like... Are you sure about that? Alright. Alrighty. That's good. Just hanging from it. Like, on that fucking translation thing, you know, it's showing up a lot in, like, Ranma. Where, like, Kadachi will call Ranma Lord Ranma in, like, the Netflix one. Which is a literal translation that really doesn't convey the meaning of that. Like, in the early anime, it was translated to Ranma Darling, which makes much more sense in English. Okay. So Y gives us a little bit of a shieldy, okay. The B button. That's B button, gets a shield. Okay. So Z button, I don't know, morphs my dragon into some shit. This has some very strong fucking Panzer Dragoon vibes. No, B was create a shield, alright. Yeah, like, literal translations are frequently not accurate, you know? I think D-pad, like, selects some shit based on the bottom left down there. I don't want to know what the Dragon 4 anime is. Because, like, the little explanation box is covering the guy up, so, like, I'll not really be seeing him. And then you look at it, and it's just a kid hanging from it. I keep seeing it fresh over again. Alright, so there's probably I still feel like we're in a box situation, you know? We're not, like, traveling in a direction, you know? Like oh god, the sync levels. Was this, you know, again, like, particularly because English has a bajillion words, you know, like, language has, beyond literal interpretations, you know, connotations that result from things. Like, again, Lord Ranma in English has connotations beyond, you know, that are in a very different direction to... you know, what they do in fucking Japanese. Kadachi. She's not fun crazy. Shampoo is fun crazy. Kadachi is not fun crazy. Alright. Okay. Alright. Tooling around. Up we go. I'm gonna call my dragon gay balls. Shut up. How are you in my fucking head thing? You're not allowed to be here. Fucking nuisance. Okay. Balls! Balls! It's kind of hard to hold the R button without clicking it and mash A at the same time without also kind of... Faster, gay balls. This shadow, I bet everyone else is like fucking riding their dragon like a normal person too. And I'm not just clinging to it like an idiot. Alright, what do all these items do? I don't even see them in a little pouch. Are they not for that? Okay, I'm guessing... Oh, there we are. I mean, I suppose anything that could hover, like I think organic, you know, flying creatures probably have a little more in common with a helicopter than they do with, like, you know, a plane. Ah, Christ, the stupid fucking cards. This is stupid. I want to play a real game. This is what we're doing with virtual reality? Why is my dragon a fat nubbin? Like, I think, you know, maybe virtual arms don't get tired. Maybe that's what we can take from this. This is just so much more involved than Viewpoint, you know? Fucking... What the fuck? Why am I Ghidorah?
っし次行くぞ
Hey, oh, okay, that's good balls. What the? I will destroy everything. How do I fucking get me out of the fucking ground? Die, die, die! Hey, get back here. Why aren't you dead? This is very Panzer Dragoon-y, you know, like, there's just a, like, I don't know, maybe there's some, like, fucking, you know, common ancestor or something that I just don't know. Ah, fucking cards.
近くにいたなんてよ。俺は運がいいな。
Why does your dragon look like that?
なんだこいつ。おい、おい、よく聞け。ユキの舞子とは一体どういう関係だ。ユキのとはただの。
I am well and truly bored of these anime tropes now. Explode the child or do something interesting. Alright, we got 10 minutes left. God damn it. Well, that's fine. I'll look at one other thing. A little fucking baffling SNES oddity that I can't quite figure out. Alright. I just wasn't prepared to see that. Honestly, it looks like it could be fun. Help! The lawnmower man's in my mind now. Oh, I've got it here somewhere, because it was weird. And I couldn't work out what the fuck it was doing. There is a Mizona Falls one that I am going to have to get around to playing, because it does actually look like it fixes the primary problem I had with Mizona Falls. Which was that 1 second was 1 minute of in-game time, and you needed to literally do everything almost like fucking clockwork perfectly to actually play the game. Which just doesn't seem fun. You know, like that's... Seems like a bit of an oversight. Alright. I don't know what the deal is with that, you know? But there seems like, the amount of like fan art and stuff for it seems like there's this bubble of something that I'm just completely ignorant of, and that makes me curious. Like, why does Peach look like that, you know? Like, what did I miss? Is something else going on? Clearly I'm, you know, the one who's blundered into the wrong fucking party. Any day now. Huh. Why are you not working? Alright, fine. I'll do this fucking old-fashioned way. That's it. Like, that's the thing. It could be weird fetish shit, but maybe not. I don't know. Whee! There's like, I don't know, man, like, everything I've read about Mizuna Falls, and from people who've played all the way through it, why is that not fucking loading? What the fuck? Oh. Maybe we've been protected from something altogether horrible. Has been that, like, there's no time to walk around or look or explore. Like, there's no time to, like, do stuff. Which... you know, like, trying to actually figure out, like, the puzzles, there's just no time. You know, I want to be able to enjoy the fucking game. Alright, we'll try to get this baffling nonsense to work one more time. If it doesn't want to run out of the goddamn zip, maybe unzipping it. And if that doesn't work, well, then that's a mystery for me to solve later. Hello, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Actually, no, I know we can play if that doesn't work. Alright. It's unzipped. Should run on one of the fucking SNES cores. I don't know why it wouldn't. No, fuck me.
Watch out!
Just a long, hard fall was incredibly funny. Pushed out a window? I don't... Yeah, I've been meaning to look into some of those Steamed Hammers minigames. I know some of them are just like concept art, basically, though, which I'm kind of not particularly interested in. Okay. Cool, my brothers, blah 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 blah. Alright. The game will not save automatically. Okay. Alright. Okay. I got the spin jump, can't argue with that. Okay. What are you doing there, Toad? Okay. I mean, like, weird potentially fetish shit aside, you know, so far so good. Like, animated graphics look good, the stuff going on. Alright, that's not a thing I can enter.
Here we go.
Fucking typical. Alright, so I can't... Fucking old Cooper's up to his bullshit. Okay. What if I can pick it up? Alright, I can pick it up. Ah, son of a bitch. Are you... Alright. Oh, that answers that question. Give me a fire flower or something. Okay. Distinct change in tone here. Can't go into there. Oh man, I can't see Luigi's sad little room. That sucks. I want a house with just my name on it. Yeah, this should be like weird, like... Okay. It is funny that the weight's just not mentioned, you know? Like that, I find that very, very funny. And yeah, it should be that weird skinny, like, I love that they just called him Weird Mario. So, what's this thing? Oh, just a fuck, we found a sprite laying around. Yeah, eat shit, you fucking creepy little bondage, fucking goddamn.
Here we go!
It's a plus-sized pipe. Alright. The thing is, this is like, otherwise, you know... Game works well. Plot, you know, little cutscenes and shit, that's nice. Like, that's fucking like, you know... Piss. Yeah, eat shit, you little fucker. You know? Fire, fire. Slide. Well, we'll never know what the fuck the deal is with making her fat, and I'm not gonna look that up. Because... what's the point, really? You know? I just don't want to know anymore. Ack! That really ran the gamut today. You know, we got like Viewpoint, Nintendo 64. Good game. Shame it wasn't released. You know, that should have actually, I mean, I don't know, maybe it was, maybe they were like, ah, we're shifting everything to Gamecube, stop releasing Nintendo 64 games. You know, maybe that's possible, I don't know. But that was a fun game. You know, worked. Everything was there. Big eyeball friend for some reason. Don't know what that's about. I mean, like, the D-Dragon Dangle Nuts, whatever the fuck. Not my type of game, but, you know, functional. Fat Peach. That actually looks kind of fun, you know? I like when they sort of add a little more kind of adventure and character elements to Mario. And it's not just like, here's a new spot, here's a new spot, here's a new spot. Dust. dust on my fucking controllers. I fucking, like... It's not until you get a shelf of shit that you fucking realize why people have, like, glass cases. Because, like, I didn't want a glass case for my shit, because I want to be able to touch my shit without having to fucking open it up and fucking try and get in and around it and stuff. And then you just got the dust. It's like, oh, okay, everything lives in glass to get the fucking dust off of it. Fucking dust. Oh, yeah, I think, you know. I mean, the thing about, like, anything fetishy is, you know, people masturbate to anything. So it's got to be fairly far deliberately into the fetishy section to overwhelm any element of the gameplay. You know? Because, I mean, like, besides fucking, you know, you can just go, oh, look, it's fat fucking Peach for some reason. Is someone masturbating to that? Probably. But, like, also... You know, after like a couple of seconds, you're just playing like a Mario game, you know, and it's like, it's a different perspective and there's different shit going on, and that's cool. So, you know, that's playable. I don't think the Fat Peach element was necessarily overwhelming it by any stretch of the imagination. You know, because it just doesn't matter what it is. Like, it doesn't matter how fucking benign it is. Some oddball out there is cranking it to it. So broadly, you know, you can't let that ruin your fun of something. So for something to actually get in the way of that, it really has to be like, you know, being viciously massaged into your face. And that's, you know, that's also not including anything where it's sort of like, you know, an actual character trait or something, you know, moderately tongue-in-cheek, because you can do that as well. You know, like if you have a game and one of the characters is a furry or something, like, who cares? You know, it doesn't necessarily turn it into a fetish game. Although it is kind of funny, like, because I have seen some weird pixel sex games that are Metroidvanias that, like, actually look, bare minimum, at least competent, you know? Like, it's changing a lot from when I was younger. Because, like, no one was putting, you know, money, time, or serious effort into a fucking root game. You know, because they have existed for a while, but the Atari had, the Atari 2600 has at least 4 or 5. They're awful, but they're there. PC was always, you know, anybody can make a DOS game. Even then, like, the best you were usually getting was, like, maybe a functional point-and-click adventure game or a Doom clone or reskin or something. I mean, fundamentally, like, I just, like, you know, I can't jack off and play a video game at the same fucking time, and I don't see those as, like, an activity I can merge, or want to merge, you know? It's like trying to have dessert and dinner in one mouthful. I don't want that. Video game time is video game time. Masturbating time is masturbating time. Those are separate hobbies. They don't need to fucking get tangled up. You know, it's like when Quantum Break tried to, like, have a video game and then you watch, like, a 20-minute show. It's like, no matter how good this show is, I don't want to watch a 20-minute show when I'm fucking playing video games. I just think it's that thing of, like, the basic understanding, like, just the basic understanding of how to make a fucking game, and what works and what doesn't. And, you know, bare minimum shit, like, hit detection. Like, it's so funny, because, like, the modern idea of, like, what counts as a good or bad game is so just, like, far past what used to. Oh, yeah, look, everyone draws porn. The fact that the artist may have, like, a fucking back catalog of weird fucking porn that's neither here nor there. I mean, fucking damn near every goddamn, you know, anime and manga artist has got some fucking porn there somewhere. I mean, that's true of the Western artists as well. They just do better at hiding it. Disney's official fucking nudity catalog. I wanna, like, I wanna Ocean's 11 that fucker. I mean, again, they're just different. They're just different things. Like, if, you know, you did do art for a game, it's just art for a game. If you did art for a game and then you went back to your full daytime job of like drawing fucking, you know, porno involving loaves of Wonder White, then those are two separate activities. You know, that your day job involves like fucking sexy bread doesn't impact like the game. It doesn't mean it's a fetish game unless the game is also about the sexy bread. Alright. I gotta go do my hip opening exercises so I can finally fix the fucking alrighty that don't bend quite right these days. Fucking gotta. I think it's finally clearing up, but after I came off my fucking scooter, like I had this like real deep bruise in my palm. At least it felt like a bruise, but it was like almost pinpoint, like I must have hit a bit of gravel or something and just shocked this like one fucking deep, like little thing of fucking bruise into my goddamn palm, which is annoying because it was right where I hit things. And the rest of the hand was okay, but there's just this little like, it's a little bit, made me worry that maybe I'd fucking, I don't know, smashed open a vein or something, but my hand's not filling with dead blood, so should be fine. Yeah, make sure, like, you know, check your posture and shit like that, because, well, mine's okay, like, you don't want to wind up with these kind of, like, especially, like, male hips, you know, you gotta do deep squats. Deep, like, bum almost on the fucking floor squats, because that shit has to stay limber. Like, I can get down there and stuff comfortably enough, but, like, the weird thing for me is I was quite flexible, like, before my hip went. And I still am in a lot of ways, but there's just, like, on the right side, there's, like, just a few specific muscles and ligaments that just seized up. And so there's just this weird issue of, like, some bits being very loose and some bits being very tight, and that has a way of, like, that's worse in a lot of situations, because it just means everything is getting slowly pulled out of fucking whack. But, oh well. Alright. Should have some more crap coming up on the YouTube soon, because I know we recorded more stuff. Can't remember what order. Ah, you'll find out. I really hope that the new wrestling shit is released this week. I don't think it will be. I think it's like the goal is just before the end of the year, so it might be a little while. But like the new update adds weapon grapples, which I'm super excited about. Like there's a Van Daminator in there now. Yeah, so there's more characters, a few extra bits and bobs. What a time to be alive. Alright. Everything's up but one video. Alright. Well, that answers that then. I can't remember what's in the subscriber thing, and then, because it starts in the subscriber section, then gets made public, so, you know. That's Amber's department, it's not my business. I think that's about it. I may have a look at, like, Day of Reckoning 2 on Wednesday anyway, just because that fork of the WWF games, you know, is quite distinct from the PS2 one, so like the SmackDown series were very much its own thing. And there is a, you know, they're solid games, not great. Whether they're better, it's one of those weird situations, because like there are parts overall that I really prefer in Day of Reckoning 2, and like a lot of the fun parts of like the SmackDown series just are more promise than execution. You know, there's a lot of elements of the SmackDown games that are just very, very, very frustrating, where it's just like it doesn't work like it feels like it should, because they just, I don't know, never bothered fixing it. And then more of the surprisingly entertaining fucking Dead Aim on Friday, which I've actually been fucking enjoying, which is a fucking miracle. I did not see that one coming. Like, it's fun. It's actually fun. The music's good, the mood and atmosphere are generally good, the characters are a bit dumb, but like, that's, you know, it's part of the thing. Like, they're kind of dumb, but they're not dumb, you know? We're not like, it's not like, oh, there's not like Steve. You know, we're not in Steve territory, which is nice. The light gun stuff works well. I mean, the most I could ask for is just like, you know, if you imagine like something like that released today, where like, you know, it had like all the jibbing and stuff and parts and holes for the different parts of the body, that would be fucking sweet. But like, you know, it's a PS2 game. Take what I can get. Alright, that's about it. We'll call it today at Fat Peach, who I think was one of the highlights. And maybe see you Wednesday, depending on what happens. Until then, entertain yourselves.